Hey there! For social studies this week, we have been learning about community helpers, and today I'm going to read Whose Hands Are These? A community helper guessing book. The author for this book is Miranda and the illustrations are by Luciana Navarro Powell, so she created the pictures. So a community helper is somebody that has a job within the community that does things to help the community run smoother. Okay, so we are going to read this book. It can be found on getepic.com. Whose hands are these? Hands can wiggle, hands can clap. Hands can rap and flap and tap. But hands can help, so raise yours, please. Can you guess? Whose hands are these? Hoe and sow, these hands are soiled. Sweep and reap, these hands have toiled. In the barn, these hands are charmers. These hands belong to many. It's a word that rhymes with charmers. I see them working in a field planting things. I see tomatoes, I see chickens, I see cows. So in the barn, these hands are charmers. These hands belong to many farmers. Choose, peruse, these hands are picky. Mix and mash, these hands are sticky. These hands flip through food-stained books. These hands belong to gifted, so it's going to rhyme with books. Looks like they're making some food. These hands belong to gifted cooks. Stop and go, these hands are waving. Catch that guy, he's misbehaving. These hands help us keep the peace. Hold yours up. It's the. So this one is going to rhyme with the word peace. These hands help us keep the peace. Hold yours up. It's the police. Quest and test. These hands are turning. Test again. These hands are learning. Weigh and count, their work persists. These hands belong to, so I can see somebody wiping the dust off of a fossil. I see a microscope. I see a scale. I see lots of tools. Weigh and count, their work persists. These hands belong to scientists. Wow, it looks like they're busy. Push and play, these hands are shaping. Wet with clay, these hands are scraping. These hands keep on adding water. These hands are the hands of one great. So it looks like they're making things out of clay. Potter. Wow. Taking notes, these hands are writing. Breaking story? How exciting! These hands can type or hold recorders. These hands belong to, I can see somebody holding up a microphone, a bunch of people actually taking notes. Here's a laptop. So these hands can type or hold recorders. These hands belong to news reporters. Hey, we got to meet a news reporter who came in to read to us for Dr. Seuss Week. Yank and crank, these hands are smeared. Reach and wrench, they've disappeared. When something breaks, these hands don't panic. These hands belong to a, who fixes things? A mechanic. Wow, I can see they're fixing a police car up here too. Dream and sketch, these hands draw lines. Stack and build, they form designs. Measure twice, check the specs. These hands belong to, oh, it's somebody who's designing something, designing buildings. These hands belong to architects. That might be a new word for you guys. An architect is somebody who creates the blueprints to design new buildings and structures. You know, when I was a little girl, I actually used to draw my own blueprints for things, and I wanted to be an architect when I was young. Arms up high, these hands keep score. Throwing flags, they say, "No more!" Each hand signs and oversees. So this person, you can actually see them peeking out below. Their uniform is black and white stripes. They're holding a stopwatch. They've got flags they can throw. These hands belong to referees. Scrub, rub, and scrub. These hands are clean. Wearing gloves, these hands are green. These hands all have healing missions. These hands belong to, this is going to be a fancy word for doctor. These hands belong to your physicians. A physician is a doctor. Come on in, these hands wave sweetly. Caked in chalk, these hands write neatly. These hands care for kids and creatures. These hands belong to helpful, what is my job? Teachers. Greeting, eating, dressing, sharing, cleaning, caring, or repairing. Let your hands try something new. One day, what could your hands do? So look, they're all having, it looks like they're having a career day. She's as a reporter or a cameraman or a camerawoman. She's a reporter, a firefighter, a scientist, a baker, another scientist. Oh, that's a doctor, not a scientist. A baker, a scientist, a pilot, an astronaut. So there are so many community helpers. What do you want to be when you grow up? I would love to hear it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this book on community helpers today. Have a great day.